Aloha everybody, welcome back to WHS News. I'm your host Landon Ching, and joining me today is my co-anchor Sonia Hegarty. Welcome to the show, Sonia.
Thank you so much for having me here, Landon. I'm excited to be sharing the spotlight with you.
My pleasure.
In today's episode, we have stories on sport event spectators, gun violence, and junior prom.
Yes, and today's opening spotlight, we are going to look at Sports Spectators by Sonia herself. Let's dive right into it.
So, in the midst of the current pandemic, is spectating allowed?
Yes, with a COVID vaccine card, fully vaccinated with 2 shots, or you get a negative test within 48 hours of attending any event. We don't allow them to take off their mask, so if they want to drink water, like a quick sip and then put it back on. If they want to eat, they can go outside the gym, or if they're out in the field and they're far away, we allow them to take it off and eat and then put it back on. Right now we are not allowing for wrestling and judo because the gym is so crowded with maybe 9 schools in it, so we have not let spectators in, but we've been streaming it on different platforms like Seasons Cast, and people can watch each mat and their wrestling kids wrestle. So I think natural spectating will eventually be at least wearing a mask.
Yeah, so I feel like most spectators for judo is really unfair, considering we're one of the sports that ends the school year and everybody else had spectators, family members being able to watch.
I feel like it's kind of unfair since a lot of the up-close sports like wrestling and judo, everything has to be online, but like sports like basketball, soccer, there are like supervisors that are able to watch them.
Thank you for that story, Sonia. Nicely done.
Thank you, Landon.
Our next story on today's episode is brought to you by Preston Ancheta on mental health and crime in Waipahu. Let's see what he has for us.
You might have heard the shocking statistic: an average of 1 person per week dies from gun violence in the state. One of the most recent cases happened right here in Waipahu, a 34-year-old charged with murder after fatally shooting an innocent man, and another separate shooting at Honowai Elementary while the gunman is still on the loose. It is another prime example that gun violence and mental health issues aren't just mainland problems.
I think mental health does affect the crimes in Hawaii.
I do think mental health affects crimes in Hawaii.
Yes, I do think mental health affects the crimes in Hawaii.
What could be done to lessen crimes in Waipahu is like notice suspicious behavior and probably report it to an authority.
We should have more security to lessen the crimes in Waipahu.
Just spread awareness on mental health because I feel like the schools need that.
Very heartwarming story, Preston. Thank you.
Yes, great story, Preston. We can all see and realize how much crime and mental health affects some students here at Waipahu High School.
Yes, I agree. It opens up my mind about others' mental health.
And we have many more stories to go on today's episode, so don't leave just yet, everyone. We'll see you all after this short break.
Thanks for watching WHS News. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our broadcast. You're watching WHS News.
What a way to start off today's episode with two great stories. How are you feeling, Sonia?
I feel great, Landon. I'm enjoying every second of it. I love watching all of these stories. They're very interesting.
I'm glad to hear that. Our next story is brought to you by Jasmine Gungap on the topic of junior prom. Now, I would like to say I am a junior and I look forward to this event. I'm very excited.
You should be excited. Junior prom should be a night that you will never forget, so make every moment count.
Let's see what Jasmine has for us.
We came up with Enchanted Midnight. It's actually a process. So what we did was offer different themes to our class. We did a survey and they voted on Enchanted Midnight as the theme for our junior prom.
We definitely faced a lot of problems when it comes to planning for COVID, but one of the primary ones is getting people to come back or to attend prom, because there's a lot of concerns about COVID restrictions, about COVID in general, and we really needed to have that push. We needed to have that convincing factor as to why they should come to prom.
So the last time we all got together for an event like this was FSB. So definitely from FSB to prom, we didn't get a second FSB. You'll really see how grand the ballroom is. There will be grander dresses, and obviously we're going to be wearing masks at the same time. And so that's the difference you can see for our class.
So we have a variety of ways that we can communicate with the class. For example, we have a class Instagram, Midnight Warriors 23, so make sure to follow that to be updated. So that's how one way that we can update our students. Another way is Google Classroom, and a lot of these includes teachers and students so they can update themselves as well as their peers. We also have bulletins, which is very important when announcing updates or anything about prom or anything that relates to the class in general.
So our schedule right now, you can come to I-1 during in the morning and after school, and I-11 during lunchtime.
So our junior prom will be held at the Hyatt Regency Ballroom on March 18, 2022 from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
After watching that episode, that makes me more excited for junior prom now. I can't wait.
Yeah, I hope you have fun. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend last year when I was a junior due to the pandemic, so again, make it count.
Yes, I promise, but you got senior prom coming up, so I hope you're ready for that.
I am ready. I can't wait for it. All right, next story is about the Japanese mural here at Waipahu High School, brought to you by Makamai, Mepele, and Talalea. Let's jump right into it.
The garden is dedicated to our sister school in Hiroshima. And if you look at the mural especially, you're going to see the red torii gate, and that is a famous temple outside of Hiroshima City named Miyajima. But if you look closely, each one of the koi fish is a different color. And those colors actually represent the different colors of the academies. So it's all the different academy colors. And then if you look at the mural, in the bottom left side of it, you'll see a rock with some Japanese writing on it. And that rock, that writing is actually our sister school's school motto. So in Japanese it says, "Utsukushikute, tadashikute, tsuyokute." Roughly translated, it means have a pure heart, be truthful, and be strong.
The Japanese mural looks so nice. It looks even nicer in person.
I agree, and I actually helped by separating the white and gray rocks in the garden.
Ah, me too. That was pretty fun.
It really wasn't, but yeah, it was worth it.
Okay, well, anyways, don't leave yet, folks. We still have our teacher spotlight after this. We'll see you after the short break.
Thanks for watching WHS News. We'll be right back.
What's your emergency?
New from Beyblade Burst, Dead Phoenix. Built with the best high-quality die-cast metal, compacted with heavy metal-weighted armor to use as a projectile to dominate your opponents. You can also change parts with your Phoenix, changing from attack, stamina, balance, and defense. That way you can customize to your liking. And claim victory! Burst your way to the top and let it rip!
Welcome back to our broadcast. You're watching WHS News.
Welcome back, everyone. Just in time for our last story.
Yes, welcome back. This next story will be none other than our Teacher Spotlight by Aurel. Let's see who our Teacher Spotlight is for this episode.
For today's Teacher Spotlight, we have everyone's favorite, Mr. Lau.
Hi, I'm Mr. Lau. I'm in the Academy of Arts and Hong, and I teach 11th grade marketing employee and participation in the box.
His classroom is located in H7, and he's been teaching for quite a while now.
As far as I can remember, I always wanted to be a teacher. My mom was a school teacher, so I think I just wanted to follow my mom's footsteps. This is my 19th year working here.
Mr. Lau is actually a Waipahu High School alumni, having graduated in 1995.
There's a lot, but performing during assemblies, I had a rock and roll band, and we performed at several assemblies, and that was pretty fun.
Outside of teaching, Mr. Lau is an easygoing guy.
I like to hang out with my family, my daughter, visit my son in Vegas, and I like to golf all the time.
That'll do it for now. Back to Landon and Sonia.
Wow, Mr. Lau seems so cool, man.
Mr. Lau is cool. He actually is my history teacher this year. He's a chill and funny dude, and I enjoy being in his class. Well, that is it for today's episode. From myself, Mr. Murakami, Preston, Makamai, Maypele, Jasmine, Talalia, Carl, Jason, Kayla, Jerry, Arel, and my co-anchor, Sonia. We all hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all in the next episode. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Goodbye.